All right, guys. So we said in our last video that we are going to start doing a podcast. Just it gives us more ways to basically talk to everybody and try something new. But we're going to suck at it. So this is our first test. This is why we don't have a guest today. We're kind of feeling it out. And in the meantime, we're going to talk about, I guess, the topic of the day, which is how we got into this, which may be interesting for some people. So, and it's easy because it's just me and Tanner here. So we're just going to figure out the whole thing. If you guys notice anything you don't like about this while you're watching, let us know, and we will fix it, because obviously it's our first time doing this. It should be on Spotify, right? It shouldn't be too hard to do it. Put it on Spotify. So we're going to try to put this on Spotify, and then also maybe on YouTube. I don't know which channel it's going to go on yet, but yeah. I don't know, Tanner, what do you have to say?
Yeah, this is our first one, so take it easy on us. But we have a lot of good ideas in the queue. I guess throughout this series, you'll see anything from hopefully talking to like ex-military dudes that have cool stories, or ex-competition shooters or current competition shooters. We want to provide a lot of value as far as like how to be a gun YouTuber, how to get into like running a channel.
Or guys that have businesses in the industry. That's one thing I definitely want to do, is like have guys on that have made it in this industry and figure out how they did it and hear their story. I like storytelling podcasts. I think it's cool when people talk about like their life and how they've made things work and stuff. So, and like there's a ton of people we know with really cool stories that we've never really had a chance to just like hear out fully. So this will be a good opportunity to do that. Like even some of the people we work with a good amount, like Kevin Malkov, or like we do YouTube videos with him, but we never have a hour long to just talk and, you know, figure out how he opened a gun shop and all the stuff he's done. And that's just one example. There's a bunch of other ones too. So yeah, this will be a fun opportunity for that, and just have longer form content and get more content out too. Actually, before I forget, this podcast is brought to you by Ammo Trucks. Not only is he like by far the biggest supporter of the channel, but also a huge milestone for us, because since we started this, obviously with a gun channel, having an ammo sponsor is like probably the most important thing. Yeah. And that just happened. So big thank you to Ammo Trucks and for helping out the channel. And we've been using some of their stuff. We're using 143 ELD Black Sheep. Yep. Or what was it?
The ELDXs.
Yeah, the ELDXs. It's called on their website an ELD Black Sheep, but it is an ELDX tip from Hornady. But it's in their new loaded stuff. And we could put the picture up on screen maybe, but I got the tightest group I've ever gotten out of my hit. So that was awesome. And I've been really excited to shoot that. I'll be shooting an NRL match with it this weekend. So, but yeah, big thank you to Ammo Trucks once again. And then, Tanner, if you want to tell them about the website.
Yeah, guys, so we just had a pre-order. By the time you see this, it's pretty much over. So go check out beyondtactical.net, and we might have some left over. I don't know. They're all limited runs, so the best way to check the status of those things is to follow us on our Instagram. That's probably the most up-to-date platform we have, so for future drops and stuff like that. But yeah, definitely go check out beyondtactical.net. We're working on getting some more sizes for merch and stuff like that, so we're grinding. More stuff will be coming soon.
Okay, we have some topics because we're not experts at this yet, but I do think people still have topics, even the good guys. All right, so this podcast, like I said, is going to be generally our story, like how and why we became GunTubers, even though that's kind of like it's kind of gay to say that, but still, it's kind of what we are. So we're gonna explain that, and so I guess we could start with just backgrounds. Tanner, you can go first. Like, what got you into guns? Yeah. Just a basic 1,000-foot like background of your life.
Yeah, I grew up hunting. Loved guns. Didn't know what I was doing really. Just learned the hunting side of things, and then joined the military and kind of got more into guns. I had a good group of friends that we'd go out shooting all the time, and when I got out of the military, that's all I really had was guns and cameras, expensive hobbies, so I just put them together and just started making just the worst content Like looking back now, like the worst content. Had no idea what I was doing. I had a 9.5 inch Palmetto AR with a fake PEC box on the front of it, front and rear mag pull flip irons, and I had a Vortex like red dot.
The 3X one, the Prism one?
No,
right?
that was before that. It was just a normal red dot. So I wasn't that bad, but like everything
it got worse.
It got so worse. Then the 16-inch came, and I had a vertical grip and an angle grip because I liked the way my hand locked in. So
you had 2 grips on your
I had 2 grips on my AR. And the worst part about that is I posted videos.
Oh, God. I didn't know you had 2 grips.
Yes. So
That's
that was before we joined forces. I actually have a photo on the desktop of my computer. Probably one of my favorite photos we've ever taken, but like everything is so wrong with at least my gear. Jake was pretty squared away, but yeah, done some stupid things as far as that. But yeah, then I got a job at Guns America, and then I was really around firearms, and that really kind of helped with the understanding how to grow a YouTube channel and social medias and stuff like that. So I
get that. Most people that want to get in this industry, it's like this hard path to get to a certain point. He just got immediately into it and went to like SHOT Show, NRA show,
NRA.
like all the big major events.
My
in the industry.
first day on the job was at SIG's optic factory over in Portland.
It's crazy.
I literally got I was working for Guns America for literally one day. That was my first day. It was on a plane, and I came back to my house, and like 3 days later, a Pelican box was shipped to my house with like 3 SIG Romeo.
Oh, I remember that.
Optics and a M17 slide and all that. So I was like, all right, this is pretty sick. But
yeah, the gun industry's crazy. Just like how much goodies you get out of it.
Oh,
It's awesome. Okay, I'll touch on mine real quick. And then I have a ton of different topics to move through. But I came from California, so like guns were always this like taboo thing that were like really cool, especially if you're a Republican. Just everyone loves guns because you can't have them, so it's like forbidden fruit. So everyone wants them even more. I used to go shooting like just 22s and stuff with my dad at a gun club in California that we'd have to drive an hour and a half to, and you had to pay for a membership, and you could still only shoot like 10-round mags and just stupid stuff. So moved here during COVID. I was going to college at the time, but COVID basically like made California just unbearable, communist state. We're all Republican. Me and my family moved up to Idaho, Boise to be specific, and best place on earth, like just finally feeling what it's like to be free for the first time. Best way I like to describe it is like California feels like a video game where you can't enter any buildings, you can't go off road. It's like you're stuck in this map of and there's rules like you just can't. And you moved to Idaho, and it's like an open world. Like you can literally go anywhere you want. All dirt roads. Dirt roads are legal to go on. Like there's BLM land. I didn't even know what BLM land was. I thought that was Black Lives Matter land. And then like I thought it was some sort of a weird like reparations thing, and then somebody tells me it's Bureau of Land Management, which like in my part of California we did not have. So that was really cool. And so we get up here, and I immediately got into guns because I was able to own one with as many rounds in the mag as you want, and semi-automatic, and you don't have to split your receiver. For those of you that don't know, if you are in California and you have an AR-15, you have 2 options. Accessoryless or something, which is like you can't have any attachments, and you have to have a rifle grip, which is this dumb paddle that lets your thumb not go across. Or you can do, what's the other one? It's like breaker receiver or something. Yeah. So you have to be able to break your receiver. Your mag won't eject without you breaking the receiver in half. So that like people get around that with different methods and stuff. But like that's so dumb. And then here it's like, okay, we have FRT suppressed ARs with 70 round, like 100 round drum mags with FRTs, and I'm like, wow, this is awesome.
I literally got pulled over here, and I told the cop just out of respect. I'm like, hey, there's a gun over there. Just let you know. He's like, dude, I'd be worried if you didn't have a gun. Like,
dude, some guy, I had an AK on my back seat because I was like, I just had, and the cop came up and he looked in the back seat. He's like, that's a sick piece you got back there. And I was like, oh yeah, I was gonna tell you about that. And And then we ended up talking for like 5 minutes about the AK and the history behind it, and it was just so weird. And then another example is I watched a deer get hit in front of me on this main road in Idaho, and I pull up because I had a gun. I was going to finish it off because it was in bad shape, and it was struggling on the side of the road. And before I can get out, the other car that pulled over is a grandpa. He goes to the back seat and pulls out an AK off his back seat and just starts dumping it on the side of this main road. I'm like, wow, that's an introduction to Idaho. So yeah, we move up here. It's free. Long story short, I kind of wanted to go the police route, so I was in a police academy. That didn't end up working out. I suck at scenarios, which we can talk about that in a different podcast, but scenarios are really hard for me personally. Didn't pass. Finished my degree. Loved shooting still, so we got into shooting, and then we were both doing YouTube channels, like our own YouTube channels, because we liked filming and it was fun. And then we realized like it was too much work for us individually, and we both had kind of strong suits, so we just decided to join forces at a point, and then that was the birth of Beyond Tactical. And there's a lot more in there that we could talk about in the future, but I feel like that's good enough unless you want to bring up anything.
No.
At the beginning, we sucked. We still suck, but we're less sucky. Yeah. So that kind of covers. I had first introduction to guns on here. Kind of covers that. Kind of covers Idaho and how we met. We should talk about how we met. That's a funny story. Before the GunTube thing was even a thing, we actually, before I even owned a gun, I owned a gun. We were, without knowing it, in the same apartment complex, and we met probably 4 or 5 years ago, and it was at this time, and I was going down to the hot tub at my apartment complex, and he was in the hot tub with his wife, and I was like, oh my god, you gotta be kidding me. The one time I want to go to the hot tub at night, and there's somebody in here. But me and the person I was with were just like, all right, let's screw it, we'll just go in there and make friends. So we did. And then, so me and Tanner met in a hot tub for the first time. Yep. All alone together. No, I'm just kidding.
With females beside us.
So that was kind of a funny thing. Whenever people are like, oh, how'd you guys get to meet? You're like, oh, we met in a hot tub. As is my favorite thing to say. It's so funny.
It's just a punchline for Jake. He just throws it out there. Like,
I love it.
When we ever go to SHOT Show together for Beyond Tactical, it's just going to be like,
don't we should make a sticker that says Hot Tub Bros.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's how we met, and then we kind of just became best friends because we're pretty much the same age, into the same hobbies, both liked filming stuff. At the time, it was mountain biking for me, but kind of got out of that. But that's how we met. Let's see. Oh, you talk about this, Tanner. What has kept us consistent, and how do we deal with downturns? Because obviously we've had multiple times where views start to slow down.
Yeah,
especially when you're starting out.
Yeah, so I think the biggest thing we've learned is like we tried pushing so much content like when we first started, and to an extent I think that's like a vital thing is like no one knows who you are, so you got to get it out. And I think now we're at the point, and we've had discussions, arguments, whatever you want to call it, about how much content needs to be going out. And I think there's a lot of like burnout, but also like we are trying to make, at this point, creative, beautiful masterpieces that go out. Kind
of like the last video, the Doke video. Yeah. If you guys watched the Doke class, if you've been watching us for a while, you probably realize like that video is probably the most, well, we've done cool ones before, but that was like the longest, most thought out, put together video we've ever done. Took tons of planning. We had a lot of manpower. We did something really cool in a cool location. Like that is kind of, and it took place over multiple days. Yeah. Because we've done cool cinematic stuff, but it's never been over the course of multiple days. And it's never all been that dialed, you know?
Yeah, so it was like an adventure. Like that and the Guys Trip video to me are like some of my most proud ones. So I guess to loop back into the question, it was like consistency. Like definitely when you're starting out, if you're wanting to be a quote-unquote gun-tuber, just YouTuber in general, I think the best rule of thumb is at least one good long-form video a week and 3 shorts. We've kind of been going through just a drought for views, and YouTube does this, it seems like every year, where they just start restricting gun content and making it harder to grow. So we actually treated YouTube like a toxic girlfriend, and we just didn't talk to her for a week. Yeah. And
we'll see how it works.
We'll see how it works, but don't know if that's the right thing. But I think what I could take away from everything so far is like, don't give up, keep posting, and if you can't get a video out every week, or if the quality of your video starts to go downhill, like don't force it.
Yeah, definitely don't force anything. We learned that the hard way, where one day we're just like, let's get ahead on content. And we just like did a video in the studio with old B-roll about every part on like all of our guns.
Yeah.
And we realized real quick, okay, this is not fun. People don't want to watch this, and it honestly just is so cringy.
Yeah.
And so we decided like not to force things anymore. And I think we have way better content now, way better ideas because we're not forcing things. But I will say, like, at the beginning, you do need to not necessarily force things, but you need to have more of a focus on putting out more content just because you're learning, and without the reps, you just can't learn. So you need the reps at the beginning, but as you kind of figure out what you like and what people like to watch, then you can slow down and just do the things you know work better.
Right. If we would have done like what we did for the Doke, I feel like I keep screwing up his name.
Yeah.
Doke. Sorry, man. It's a mental struggle of mine. But if we were to make content like that from the beginning, like it probably would have never happened because we didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
Now we're at the point now where it's like we're gonna post what we want to post and what we think you guys will like the most.
Yeah, we're not just pushing the algorithm like we used to be. Like, we're doing what we like to do, what we think you guys will enjoy as well as we possibly can. And that's what I would say for all of you guys. Just start out, get your reps in.
Yeah.
And then once you kind of figure it out and figure out what you like, what's sustainable, and what your viewers hopefully like, then you kind of dial in and make better quality, put more effort into the videos, make bigger videos.
Yeah, because that'd be hard to like go out and do like a 3 or 4 day weekend vlog like we did
without even ever doing any
videos.
Like
Like that's not doable. So like I think I was talking to Colby about this. Like, dude, like take your guns, your friends' guns, their accessories. Like if you want to do reviews, like everyone has like ways they can make content that way, and we did that like starting out, and I think that was one of the most successful things we've done was build videos. And like we hate doing them because they're kind of boring, but to us, but like we'd go out with Chris, and like Chris has like all these crazy builds, and we'd be like, dude, talk about your build on camera, say all the accessories, why you chose them and all that. And I feel like also we've kind of had hurdles along the way as far as like coming up with content, because I had a non-compete to where I can't do reviews, which I think is fine now because like we agree like we don't really want to do reviews on products.
Yeah, they suck.
But like that was kind of like a big thing, like we had to kind of just like do other things, so coming up with ideas and all that was kind of hard. But
yeah, write down your ideas too. That's a big thing we learned is if you have an idea, don't like take it for granted. You'll forget it if you don't write it down. So write it down, and then whenever you think about it, just elaborate on it. Just keep a notes page on your phone if you're ever going to do this stuff. Like, it's the best advice I can give you, because your thoughts are fleeting, especially when you get busy in life. Like, you're not going to remember your good ideas. But the metaphor I want to say before we like forget about it.
Yeah.
The biggest thing I've learned from other people doing social media and us, and obviously we're still small, but we've had some like success. We have 45 million views over on the channel, and like Instagram is doing really good now. Like, it's really cool. It's came a long way, but the biggest metaphor that I think has stuck with us the most and given us the most success is like content is like a fishing line, and the more you put out, the more chance you have the more chances you have at a bite. Mm-hmm. And when you're going fishing, you're never putting out one line for the most part. So it's like, why not just put out as many lines as possible?
Right.
And that we saw that, like, we've put out so many videos we put effort into, and they flop, or then they get mediocre views, and then we'll put out a random one that took one bullet with me in a mask, and they get 16.9 million views. Like, yeah. We caught the big tuna on that one, and we didn't even expect it to. But guess what? If we would have not been putting out so many lines, we wouldn't have maybe got that one that bit.
Right.
So it's like, you just got to put out content, and you can't look at really the results and take them too seriously. Like, you got to see what people like to watch, but you can't take it too seriously, because the algorithm is weird and nobody really understands it. You just got to put out tons of content that you think is good and that you think people will like, and kind of follow follow the trends and views you like to see. Like if one thing clearly gets more views than another, then maybe stick with that thing, but never quit after one attempt. Like I think Alex Hermosi said this. Don't change anything you're doing until you've been doing it for 3 months. Because a lot of times, like, until you're at 3 months of doing something, you haven't even started to see the results of it, and people are still getting used to that type of content. So don't really change too many things dramatically unless you've been doing it for 3 months. And then after 3 months, if it doesn't work, you have a good idea of like, okay, maybe I should just not waste time.
We kept that mindset for the very beginning of Beyond Tactical. You always said that, like 3 months, like we're not changing anything. Like,
yeah, and another thing too is, because I know we're talking so much about how we started, but we're not giving specifics, but like if you want to get into this, or if anyone out there wants to get into this, all you need is an iPhone. That's something I've seen this so many times, but so many friends of mine have wanted to start content, and they just, or of anything, and it's just, they get so stuck up on what they need to do it, and then they never actually start. And it's been 5 years. This specific person, hopefully he's not watching this, this specific person I'm thinking of has been trying to make one singular video for 5 years now, and he's never gotten it out. And it's like, and because he's waiting to get the right mics, he's waiting to get the right clips, and then by the time he gets the right mics, oh, now he's like, hair's different, so he's got to refilm the intro. And it's like, dude, you just got to start. Get on your iPhone, make a crappy video, post it, and then you'll be not afraid of that thing anymore. So just start with what you have. The other thing is, don't buy all this stuff that you don't even know if you don't know if you're going to stick with something. Don't buy thousands of dollars worth of gear and then realize you don't like it, and then you wasted all that money anyways. So just start with your iPhone and do what we're saying, and like put out a video, a long form every week, and put out 3 shorts. I think we've kind of beat that point up for now, at least. We talk more specifics later.
I think there's just, long story short, I think there's just a good balance between it, because I've seen some small or like YouTube channels that have like 5 videos on their page, but they're like like Hollywood production level videos. So they immediately went after quality, because like, yeah, there's a balance of like, you don't want to just put out crap content. Like you want to put out a lot of content in the beginning, but you don't want to put out like just brain rot crap, right? Because that's not going to get people to stay.
What I will say though is, I think a lot of the people that do that, where it's like there's like 5 videos on their channel and they're just all like bangers. I think a lot of those people like that's not their first channel.
No, definitely.
Yeah, don't get it twisted. Like just because somebody just started good quality videos on a channel, don't think that, oh, if my first video is not that good, then I can't make it. Because most of the time those people have been doing this professionally in other ways, or been doing other channels that you just didn't know about.
I've been doing it for like 14 years before we even started this.
And we're only 2 years into this, so.
So I think what I'm getting at is just like the healthy balance of like always try to prioritize quality, but you still just find that balance between quality and quantity. And I always hated that. Like I'd watch videos in my YouTube search history is like how to grow on YouTube, how to get bigger, you know, and like I always hated when the guys are like consistency, but I think that's the honest truth. That's the only thing you can do. Consistency
it trumps anything. You can with anything in life, weightlifting, right? You weightlift for 6 months super hard, you may be in great shape. If you stop for 6 months, you're gonna lose a lot in that 6 months. But let's say you work out twice a week for 2 years, even though you don't work out every day like that person did for 6 months, in the long run you're gonna have better. It's like everything in moderation is going to be better than anything extreme and then not extreme and then extreme and not extreme. You want to just keep a consistent flow. Like if you can only get a video every 2 weeks, but you do it for 5 years, it's going to be a lot better than the person that posts every day for 6 months and then stops for a year. Because it's just better consistency is just better always for everything in life. So learn that, try to improve, but consistency still is king. Let's talk about some of the milestones, like some of the biggest achievements. I know we already touched on it, but
obviously the ammo sponsor.
Ammo sponsor. That period where we were getting 1 million views a month, that was pretty cool.
I think like
we should go into that a little bit, like how crazy that felt. Like
what, the ammo sponsor?
No, before that, like when we were going from like slow grinding and building for forever. And then like we literally, I don't remember if you woke up and saw it too, but I woke up. I remember I was going to my internship. I woke up in the morning and I think we're at like 3,000 followers, and I wake up and we're at 5,500, and I'm like, what? I literally, like, I almost had a panic attack. 2,000 followers overnight. I don't even remember what video it's from. Like, it was just...
wasn't it the mask one?
No, it was before that. It was when we promoted... Wait, no, it was the mask one. Yeah, it was the mask one. That was the first viral video. And then, like, to think that wasn't even the beginning of it. Like, it just kept going, and for days, 1 million more views on that video every day. And then we ended up at, like, over 10,000 followers from that video.
Yeah.
That is some hope for you guys. We were getting so little views for so long. Mm-hmm. And then just overnight, one of the lines we put out hit, and it just was like, it was awesome.
I'm pulling analytics on that video.
Oh yeah, hell yeah. Yeah, it's just crazy how things happen. Like, that's the beauty of consistency. If you stay consistent, you're gonna have those like awesome winning moments. But it only happens if you stay consistent. If we would have quit when we had when we weren't getting a lot of views for a while, we never would have got to experience that hit. And
oh no, the first video that blew up was the guess the distance on this long range short. Got 2.4 million views.
Really?
Yeah. Remember, this is the one that started growing.
Oh, okay.
So this hit. I mean, both of them were big hits for us, but this hit, just a crap video. And the funny thing about that video is, I went in and we already posted the same video like a month prior, and I went and just made it like 4 seconds shorter, and it just blew up to 2.4 million. We got 891 subscribers, so that one wasn't like, I mean, it was crazy. Like
that's a perfect example of why to never stop doing a certain thing before 3 months. Because if you try once at something, it may actually be good, but something was off. So you got to try things multiple times.
Yeah, it could have been the caption or hashtag or something.
I've reposted the same video on Instagram like 5 times.
Yeah.
And just this recent time, it got 165,000 views on Instagram, which that's a huge milestone for us on Instagram. We've, until recently, have had almost no success on Instagram.
Yeah.
So, like, it's crazy.
But then this one, like, really changed everything for us. So, like, we had a little high from that. It was cool. Things kind of went back down. And then this video hit, like, literally a week later, 16.9 million views.
Yeah.
And it's literally Jake shooting 165 Creedmoor. It literally costed us, without gas and getting out there and stuff in our steel, like, just what we used in that video was that one bullet. Yeah. And it literally...
No, I don't think we can talk about
I'm not going to go into price and all that, but I'm saying it did very well and changed the channel.
And it made us money that we, like, had never experienced. Yeah. I mean, it wasn't even... I'm not going to say it's, like, that much money, but, like... It made more money than we ever expected to make off of a short.
Yeah. Yeah, off of a short. 16.9 million views, and we gained 11.6 thousand subscribers. So, and that had 107% audience retention, so over 100%, pretty good. We've had some other ones, like the FRT stuff. Then that
that was a cheat code for a while.
That was literally, like, I can count right here. We got this one, Taurus TX22, 2.8 million views. Next one, I posted the next day, 5.9 million views. Another one, 250,000 views. Another big one, 5.7 million views. Like, those all really helped us.
And that came after about a year of posting and having a huge dry spell where we were literally gaining 1 subscriber a day.
Oh, we worked, I feel like the first 3,000, I think first 3,000 subscribers, I feel like every video we posted, we worked for every single subscriber we got.
Every subscriber was a grind. And, like, I almost feel like the first 3,500 subs was harder than the next however many we got, 27K or more.
Yeah, and then now we're back at that
30K more, actually. Yeah.
Now we're back at, like, the beginning where it's, like, views are in the toilet. And, I mean, I've literally been just burnt out on content. I'm like, this is just not worth it. And that's what Jake's saying. Like, you can't look at the numbers. You got to look at you.
You got to do it because you love it.
Yeah. And that's the truth. Like honestly, like, I called Jake last week and I was like, I'm done with this, bro. Like, I can't do this anymore. And then I go camping and I come back and I'm like, in my head, I'm like, thank God I have something to go back to. Thank God that I have a forgiving friend that's willing to work on this with me. So it's a grind. I mean, and the grind is an understatement. Like, it's hard.
Yeah.
Like, it's...
And that's where friends can be the best thing in this. Because I know myself, like, I am not consistent enough on my own. I mean, Tanner will make fun of me all the time. I am so hot and cold. I'll go from, like, crazy being into something and then not being into it. And, like, I'm so hot and cold. And Tanner, like, is pretty consistent, but also, like, I don't know. It doesn't really make sense because in this situation, you're the one wanting to quit, and I was being consistent.
I literally quit. I know you're probably thinking, like, on camera, like, yeah, right. But, like, I literally
called he literally quit. And I'm like,
I am done.
I'm like, Tanner, no. It was a long conversation, but essentially I was like, you cannot quit. We put too much work into this.
Yeah.
And then we talked about it, and we're all good. But that's the other thing about having a friend doing this with is, like, sometimes you just need somebody to vent to. You need somebody that's like I don't know. I don't even know. Like, it just shows you how, like, much effort we put into this, and when you don't get that, when you don't get out what you're putting in, it feels like you're going crazy and you just want to, like, quit and be done with everything. Yeah. That's why it's good to do this with a friend, because instead of just quitting, you have your friend be like, hey, like, we got this. Let's stay consistent.
Yeah. Are you sure about this?
Yeah, and that's always been my thing. I feel like in this partnership is, like, I'm the one that when things are bad, I'm like, it's okay. We're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep going. And then, yeah, and it helps us get through it. And then Tanner's the one that, like, will consistently put work in it. I don't know. Yeah. It's just good to find somebody that you can work good together with, and like, many hands makes light work. Like, there's absolutely zero way in this time span we would have been able to put out this many videos on our own. Just no way. No way.
No, we would have gave up on it.
We both would have been given up by now. We both wouldn't do this anymore. So having a friend to do it with is a cool way to go. Like, if you're thinking, hey, I want to start something, and you got a buddy you go to the range with every weekend, dude, ask your buddy, like, hey, let's do this. It's going to be a lot more fun than doing it by yourself.
And keep it fun. Like, until even once you're making, even when you start making more money and more connections, more everything, like, yeah, treat it more like a business. I think that's one thing that we want this so bad. We want to, like, upscale it so bad. And I kind of feel like we've just went down every avenue we could to try and make it work. And, like, literally this whole thing, like, almost fell apart at, like, the best time. And, like, looking back on it now, like, we're getting stuff sent to us, like, good stuff sent to us. We're, like, sponsors like ammo trucks just, like, really hooking it up. Like, you sit there, you're probably sitting there listening right now, like, why would this guy want to give up? Like, everything was just about to get, or everything's really good right now.
Yeah.
You know, and it's just like, it's the grind.
Well, it's easy. It's easy to compare yourself to other people that are just getting, like, I know I'm bad at this. I will look at, like, other people, I don't know, like Togi, for example. He's a YouTuber that I think is pretty funny, and he's my age. Mm-hmm. He is way more successful at this than us. But what you really have to look at, and, like, if you look at anyone like that, there's always going to be somebody doing better than you. So you can't look at that. It just is a motivation killer. You're never going to get to where you want to be if you compare yourself to people that are doing better. Because no matter how far you get, there's always going to be somebody doing better. So you can't do that. You got to compare yourself to yourself a year ago or 2 years ago. And I know for myself, I never ever imagined we'd have an ammo sponsor right now. Yeah. I never imagined we'd have, you know, companies willing to send us, like, products, and they're sending to us products with no promise of work, and like, we are not promising to say anything. We're not promising to even have it in a video, but these people still want to send us products just so that there's a chance we put them in a video, and we're not even that big yet. Yeah, like, that's just what always motivates me, is, like, wait until we have, like, 150K. Right. Like, the opportunities are gonna be awesome. So cool, if you're out there, like, start. That's all I gotta say about that. Yeah,
start and keep going, and don't ever stop.
And, like, what about a, like, confidence booster it's been? Like, the fact that we're able to make this happen. We've both done content before, like, on our own. Yeah. I've never had views as high. Nope. I've never had as many followers. I've never had anything. Like, but now it's like, it's real.
Yeah. I mean, I've made a lot of money, but I've never grown a social media. Yeah. You know, from doing the video stuff. But that's also, like, that's a hard one too, because, like, I feel like all the free time I've invested into this, I could have been out getting side jobs and all that, but like, is that what I want to do? No. And I think that's what this comes down to, is like, our vision behind Beyond Tactical is we want to make shooting fun. We want a show to have a good group of friends to go out and do this, and it's not as serious of a sport as it needs to be. Like, and like, training's been fun. Like, dude, we're way better pistol shooters, way better rifle shooters than when we first started, and I feel like we're better videographers. And yeah, I mean, literally, when we started, guys, like, the videos were, like, maybe 4 gigs worth of footage. And I come back, and we're talking, like, close to 200, 250 gigs per video shoot.
Yeah, which, for people that don't know that stuff, that is, like, the entire storage on your iPhone 17 Pro.
Yeah, literally.
In one day.
Yeah, in one day.
So it's crazy. Just have to think how far, and always just remember, compare yourself to just you, nobody else. Take inspiration from other people, but don't beat yourself up on it. Just compare yourself to how you were yesterday or the year before, and you'll feel a lot better. You'll feel more motivated. Plus, you'll be more motivated to go out there and do more, rather than just feeling like, oh, I'm never going to be able to be that, so I might as well quit.
What do you think, like, from now until when we started, has been like the biggest thing you've improved on? And not just necessarily like as a gun tuber, but like as far as like as a shooter.
Yeah. Well, as a shooter, it's 100% long range. Like, I never had a mind or eye for like precision. I was good at shooting a pistol, but I didn't care about math. I guessed on everything. The processes and method of shooting long range has taught me so much, just about, like, I don't know, just everything. Like, don't half-ass stuff. That's the basic story of, like, long range. Half-assing anything ruins your day. Yeah. Everything's got to be, like, perfect. So that's something that's always been hard for me, but with long range, I've gotten really good at, like, everything's got to be perfect. I got to be packed right. Long range is one of the things where it's not really what you do at the range, it's what you do before you get to the range that's going to make your range day good.
Yeah.
Whereas pistols, like, you just bring the right stuff, you shoot and have fun. So, obviously, I'm exaggerating that. Pistols is a lot of training to USPSA stuff. Like, those guys work really hard. But long range is even more so with, like, just the method of it all. But as far as, like, just myself and development in this whole thing, like, the thing I've definitely gotten the best at or improved the most is just, I don't care anymore. I really don't care anymore. Like, I used to be, if somebody was playing a video of me talking, I'd literally be, like, freaking out. My face would turn red. I'd be sweating. I'd feel like I have to, like, crap my pants. Like, I'd be so nervous. And now I've seen, like, people, like, somebody put me, or, like, Cody Dunn, he always puts pictures on his story of us on his TV when we put out a video.
Yeah.
And, like, that just, it's really cool, and it doesn't faze me. Like, it doesn't scare me, and, like, people
filming
play
at the range. Like,
yeah. We'll film at Parma with people watching, and I don't even care at all.
There's, like, old dudes that they want to come say something about how like, what idiots we are, but, like,
who cares though?
Yeah, no, that you get over that quick.
Dude,
I feel
like, we asked a bartender if we could go into a bar in the middle of the day and you do a gun photo shoot on a pool table, and we literally took my Seek It into a bar with people in it and put it on the table and took a bunch of photos. Like, that's something that I would have been so socially scared to do and never could have done it before YouTube.
Yeah.
And, like, just in life, I feel like it's made me a better interviewer. I'm not as afraid to interview. Like, I'm not afraid to talk. My job now, in case you guys didn't know, I work at Eberly Stock, and I'm in their YouTube videos. Imagine if I never did YouTube for Beyond Tactical. When they were like, if they were like, hey, come do this NRL match and film, I would be crapping my pants. Yeah. And now I'm like, okay, sick. Like, I do this all the time. It's not scary.
That pool table day was, like, the most nerve-wracking thing I've ever done. Like, I'm sitting there just sweating bullets.
As we have a sniper rifle on a table in a bar that's open.
We literally felt so bad that we were like, okay, we gotta, like, get a beer here and tip her very well for letting us do it. But
it was one of the sickest. It was probably the sickest photo we've ever taken.
I think that was the most, like, that was the coolest photo we've ever taken, and we got, like, very little views on it. Oh, yeah. But it was so worth it.
Dude, imagine if we post that photo now.
We might.
We gotta redo that photo. Yeah. We got to. Yeah. That was the coolest photo ever, and my gun wasn't even cool back then.
Yeah.
That's a good point. We should redo. That is going to be a great photo. So just, I mean, I don't want to lose the plot, I guess, but just Yeah, we've learned a lot of personal development. Doing anything like this where you give so much effort is going to develop you a lot and make you a better person. So we've experienced that both, and it's been great. I mean, Tanner's, I think, more like aware of what like the trends and what's cool and like knowing what people like to see than he was when we started, and like just everything. I don't know. It just improves you a lot as a person. We're both way better shooters now. I know I got really good at networking. I didn't realize, like, that's another thing. Okay, I'm gonna go on tangent real quick. You have this phone right here. This is not the olden times where you can't be successful because you have to get into a gated place to talk to some like aristocrat or some rich person. Like, no, that's guarded by like a guy with a sword. This is the 21st century, right? We're in the 21st century. I don't even know. I don't care. But we're in this century that we're in right now. And we have these phones that literally can contact anybody on the planet from this room right here. Like, if you are not utilizing the fact that you can just DM anybody whenever you want, you are an idiot. Like, there's no easier way to network than just getting on your phone and just talking to anybody. And the amount of stuff we've gotten, the amount of connections we've made, the amount of videos we've done because of it are just awesome. Yeah. And that's something still I'm working on getting better at every day. And yeah, relationships are everything. And this is the ultimate relationship builder right here. It crushes relationships, but it also builds them very easily. Depending on how you use it, it's a tool, just like guns. Like,
I mean, and that loops back into your comment about using an iPhone as to start. Like, you got a built-in video editor, photo camera, like video camera, networking device, posting device. Like, it's all right there. I mean, yeah, like
it's made the competition harder, but most people don't use it for their good.
Yeah, a computer is definitely, like, I can handle a lot bigger videos and stuff, but like those are pretty impressive.
Yeah.
So use what you got. I mean, I can't tell you how many video jobs I've showed up, especially real estate and stuff, and I've just walked in and set my camera bag by the front door, and I whip out my phone and a gimbal, and I just walk through and do that. And yeah.
So, Tanner, where do you see our channel heading, and what do you enjoy most about the gun industry?
The first question, I think our channel is heading to kind of something that really hasn't been done a whole lot, I feel like, in the firearms space.
Yeah. We've seen some of it, but like not the way we want to do it.
Yeah, like kind of like Dirty Kid, they still like work. I feel like out of all the channels, I feel like we're most like them in a way.
Yeah.
Like a group of dudes going and doing stuff, but like...
Which is not saying we're at their level of success yet. No. But that's kind of like what we see. We're like Dirty Kid, but PG. Like...
Yeah.
We're like Dirty Kid, but we're just more careful about what we say. We have stronger religious beliefs, personally. But like, that's kind of what we see ourselves being. I love the vibe of their channel.
Yeah, like the vibe is what I'm talking about. Like, I see us more like that. I see doing more of the trips and like... interacting with, like, we got people in Oregon, we got tons of people that we can go meet up with and go make content like that. And when our lives slow down a little bit, there'll be a lot more of that. But also
kind of like lifestyle gun content.
Yeah, like a vlog. Like I mean, they are vlogs, but like watching Roman Atwood or whatever, like growing up, him and all of his friends doing funny things and like going and having a good time. Like, that's what we're trying to capture. And then the occasional like competitions and stuff, because like that's one thing. Like, I wish I could go out and shoot a competition every weekend.
Yeah, like, I honestly the NRL and the NRL and USPSA, those two things, like I just love.
Yeah,
I love it.
Yeah, and that's something like I wish, like, right now time is a little crazy for me, but like doing stuff like that, and I think the long range is going to stay. I think the long range is going to be, like, the number one thing we do, I feel like.
Yeah. I see myself, like, never ever stopping long range and never ever stopping pistol stuff.
Yeah.
I see myself dabbling in other things for a short amount of times, but, like, those are the two things that are going to stay.
Yeah.
Like, I like the pistol stuff because I itch that trigger finger, and I get to get my aggression out. Not like I'm a freaking weirdo, but, like, it's just fun to pull a trigger fast sometimes and shoot really fast and like... and then the long range kind of scratches your brain a little bit, and it like gives you that like mental stimulation and like problem solving that you don't get from pistols. And I could never do one only. I need both, because like otherwise I just get too burnt out.
Yeah, Yeah, I think both of those are going to stay for a long time. And as, like, also, like, we want to get, at least I really want, like, cinematics. Because, like, the camera stuff is my other hobby, and I want to, like, combine them. And we've been able to do a lot of cool things, you know, thanks to Millie, our cameraman, and you'll see him a lot more. Like, we're going to go film him do his first 2-gun match because he's into that style of stuff. So we're kind of going to do everything we can.
That's kind of what the channel is built on, Beyond Tactical.
Yeah.
Like, I know it's kind of a cringy name, but we started it, like, a long time ago, and I actually like the name now. But, at first I'm like, Beyond Tactical. But I'm like, it kind of makes sense. Like, we want to just do everything. It's not just tactical. It's just, like, we do a tactical thing that most people would see, like, shooting, right?
Right.
But, like, we're making it beyond that. We're doing whatever the heck we want, having fun, living the lifestyle, of adults that want some sort of a competition and something fun to do on the weekends besides golf, basically. Because golf sucks, but yeah, that's another topic.
Yeah. No, I think you're just going to kind of see what we've been doing, but at a much higher production level.
Yep. And more focus on, like, more days compressed into one video. Yeah. More entertaining, more substance.
I think we're at the point, again, where quantity is going to maybe... We're going to try and keep it the same, but if we have to sacrifice quantity for a little bit more quality, we're going to probably take that road now.
And we talked about that in the video we just put out, and the podcasts are kind of the start of that. We're going to do more interactive stuff, and we'll probably do Q&As and answer a bunch of questions. That would be fun, too.
Yeah, a fun segment to do.
Okay, gun industry. I know this might go long, but I got like 2 more questions. Gun industry, what do I enjoy about it? I really like how tight-knit it is. Like, personally, I think it's cool how everyone knows each other. Obviously, like, it's not as glamorous as you would think, like, getting into it. It's kind of, I don't know, there's just a lot of stuff that goes on that's kind of just, like, kind of depressing and whatever. But for the most part, it's pretty cool. It's pretty tight-knit, which is sweet. And every event you go to, you see the same people, and that comes with its downsides and good sides, but it's pretty fun to be around. Probably the biggest downside is, like, it's hard to work in the gun industry because every job you're going to do in the gun industry that you would do somewhere versus some other industry, you're going to get paid less in the gun industry. For the most part. Like, I'm not saying every place, but, like, a engineer at SIG is making less than an engineer at, I don't know, what's Micron, you know?
Right.
I don't know. I guess that's kind of a random topic, learning the podcasting stuff. We don't. I mean, unless you want to say something, we don't really need to get into that.
Yeah, I mean, it's the best community. You just got to find which part of it you want to make your community. Like, I have to say, like, USPSA, like, everyone's pretty cool there. The PRS, I was kind of blown away at how cool.
Yeah, me too.
All those guys were, like.
I thought it was going to be snobby as hell.
Oh, it's every rifle's so expensive and everything. I thought it was going to be that way too, but, like, literally, like, our team, maybe we just got lucky and had a good team, but, like, they were a fun group of guys to hang out with. And
I've never had to turn down shooting other people's guns so much than, like, at a PRS match. Like, everyone just wants you to shoot their guns. Like, feel mine, because they put so much effort in. They're so proud of it, and they love sharing the sport. And it's like infectious. I loved it. Now, the actual sport, not my favorite, but, like, but the people are great.
I mean, we were also there on a really cold day. It was windy as crap.
Yeah.
Like, we were holding like 4 mils wind in our scope.
Yeah, and I was shooting 223 like an idiot.
Yeah, you were probably holding like 6 mils.
Yeah, I was just guessing and going through the motions, and I made, like, I think 8 hits all day out of 85.
I think you, like, bailed on the last 2 stages.
Oh, yeah, I just quit.
Yeah, he's like,
I just quit.
I'm not going to waste any more ammo.
Yeah.
I'm like, well...
Yeah, whatever. No, I straight up quit that. And NRL is a lot more fun. You get to use more gear.
Yeah.
Good. I mean, some people won't like that, but I just like, it's more like, it feels like a more, like, complete sport. It just feels like it's more useful.
That proves what I'm saying. Like, find which niche in this niche that you want to go to and go try the matches and see what you like. See the people there that you'll want to hang out with. And yeah,
that brings me, I guess, into, I guess, what could be the last topic, because we've been going for almost an hour. But and we've talked to a bunch of people about this, if you are getting into shooting space and you want to get better at shooting, don't just be a course SLUT. Don't get away from just going to a million courses. The best way to learn in this sport is to go actually test your skills. So take an intro course in pistols or in rifles or whatever, but just get away from it as fast as you can, because nothing will actually teach you to be better than actually testing your skills, getting put under pressure, seeing what you need to work on. Pistols is a big one. Like USPSA has made both of us better shooters than we ever would be normally. And I've only been to 17 matches, I think, total now. And he's been with less. And we're both much better shooters from it. The NRL, I'm about to go to my second match, but I've been training for it a lot, but I went to one pro match. That made me a better shooter in long range than ever before, learning how to work on the fly and do things quick. So go to matches. The people at matches, too, will teach you for free how to get better. Because after every course, if you're open to it, they will give you advice and teach you. So there's no point. Once you know the basics, get away from classes, start going to matches, meet good friends.
Yeah.
I mean, the people at these matches are so cool.
I think there's a good building block on what you're saying. If you're okay, I'm going to buy the rifle, but I have no idea what to do next, especially long range, I could see probably more than pistols. But if you want to go down that route, go take the course. We took the route of we're going to figure it out and probably spend more money than we would if we were just to take a course.
For example, we said this in the Doak video, but going to a class like Sam's, I think it's $800, which is pretty expensive. But if the amount of stuff I've bought for my gun and had to rebuy is way more than $800. So if you would go to his class, borrow a gun, see exactly what you like, and then he has discount codes for you too on a lot of stuff that you can go build your rifle. Something like that is a great way to get into the sport, because then you buy everything the right way the first time, you learn the basics, and then you just get into it. And then you don't really need to go to a class again if you're a self-learner. But it's okay to take a course, but just get away from it once you are at a place where you understand the basics and you're trying to get better. I think courses are probably
I think it's, the way to go. Again, it's a building block.
Or sorry, not courses.
Start matches. With a course if you want to take that route.
Yeah.
Then get away from it and go do the matches and see the areas where you still need help. And then, once you think that you're, really, really good at it, but, you're not seeing things progress, maybe go take another course
for a specific thing.
Someone that you know is, the best in that. Brian Morgan, for example, if I was starting long range all the way from scratch, having no hunting background, what I would probably do, honestly, is go take a class like Sam's, learn how to build a rifle, set it up, everything. Then I would not take another course. I'd go out and shoot with my buddies, take that knowledge that I learned, and then go take a class from Brian Morgan when I think I'm the best, and then just get humbled and start basically over. Yeah.
That's actually, I don't know if many of you guys know this, but I got to go to Hat Creek. So he has too. He hasn't got taught by Brian Morgan, but he's been to Hat Creek more than I have, which we're both blessed for those opportunities. But maybe we'll do a whole pod on Hat Creek, because the lore and what we know of it, because obviously we don't know crap compared to what some other people know. But for people that don't know what Hat Creek is, it's just this insane, kind of secretive, spooky, special forces tier 1 training facility in Idaho. I don't want to go into where just in case, but it's in Idaho, and it's taught by one of the most wizardous shooters of all time, who, what's so interesting is he doesn't have any military experience
or police.
He just got so good at one thing, which is shooting long range, that now he teaches the world's highest military snipers from around the world. And it's super cool. We'll have to do a whole pod on that, and maybe get Casey Richmond and some other people that have been up there a lot and talk about it. And see,
because I'm sure he didn't learn by going to a bunch of courses and dumping money. I'm sure he learned in the NRL world or PRS world of from other guys doing it. Benny Cooley, you met him. I've got to spend a lot of time with Benny, and he's a sweet dude. He's very helpful, and I just was filming an NRL match in Cody, Wyoming, and I learned so much that I'm just my brain hurt from what these guys know and are willing to share. So
we have a lot of stuff to talk about in this pod. We're going kind of long. We'll probably end it here. And we have a bunch of different stuff coming up. leave down in the comments. I guess if this is on Spotify, I don't know if you can do that, whatever. But leave down if there's any other topics you want us to cover. We'll do it. We're going to try to do one of these every, I think, 2 weeks if we can.
Yep.
And try to get up. After this, we'll have guests probably most of the time, unless we're doing a breakdown of a match, which we'll still probably have guests from the match.
Right.
So yeah, we're going to start doing these. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. And shout out to Ammo Trucks. Thank you. This video was made possible by Ammo Trucks. And then also beyondtactical.net. Go check it out. Buy a hat. Don't be lame. And help us out. Make more content. So
yeah. And just get going. Get going on your channel. If you want to do it, go do it.
Yeah, if you want to start YouTube, just do it. Stop overthinking everything. You're never going to get anywhere in life if you overthink everything. So just do it. That's kind of the moral of this whole podcast that we did today.
And we'll do a Q&A in the next podcast and answer some questions from the previous. I think we should do that on every podcast. So, again, if you're watching this on YouTube, go ahead and
do a Q&A session at the beginning of every video.
Yeah, and just kind of do a recap. So if you're watching this on YouTube, leave it down in the comments. If you're on Spotify or wherever else you find this podcast, DM us on Instagram. That's probably one of the best ways.
Yep.
But yeah, thank you guys so much for listening and watching, and we'll see you guys on the next one.